Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a rare Throwback Thursday. Today is time to... Okay, I thought I was going to be able to make do with the music that had lyrics in. Good evening, Kinnear. Hello, how are you doing? I thought I was going to make do with the music that had lyrics in, but I still find it weird talking over somebody who's singing, so we're going to go for the old reliable. We're going to go for some jazz. Do you like jazz? Mood, laid back. Laid back instrumental jazz. Here we go.
What's cracking, little bitches?
Jazz. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, welcome. This is my... When I say official, I mean it's directly from me. This is my ranking of all the games that have been streamed this year, except for Minecraft and Elder Scrolls, because of course they get permanent spaces on the schedule. These are the games that only come around once every blue moon, so it's important to know where they stand among the others. I also, by default, give Minecraft and Elder Scrolls S tiers all the time, not Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider Underworld is in the list. That was quite an early one this year, I think. It feels like it's been a long time since I played a Tomb Raider game, but Tomb Raider Underworld is there, okay? There's quite a good range here. There's 42 titles, including ones that I've only kind of tapped into. We will see them as we progress through the list. So it's only going to be a short stream, most likely, but I will try and talk about what I liked and didn't like about all these games, or why they're at the ranking that I give them. So I think without further ado, let's just get on with it. Here we are. I did get Tier Maker to work. After the discussion yesterday during the Witcher stream, for some reason my personal Gmail account didn't agree with Tier Maker, or Tier Maker didn't agree with it. And J3 Jamie messaged me this morning saying, "What have you tried making another account, like a bonus account?" And I thought, oh, well, no, but so I did try that, and it now works. So there we go. Which is good, because the alternative was a ranking of S to D in Krita. I was using Krita, and it was like a cobbled together Photoshop effort. This is much better and much easier. So here we go. So I'm just going to do it in the order that it appears here. It's not the order that I played the games in, I don't think. But I did try and put them in the order that they were streamed in. It doesn't matter, because once they're ranked, they're going to be in all kinds of weird order anyway. We're not going for chronology, we're going for quality. But first off, we have Sunset Overdrive, which, I mean, I think that's an easy S tier. With like right off the bat, we're going with an S tier, because it had really fun Easter eggs. It was super wacky. It was easy to play. It looked great. It was funny. There's lots to do. There's lots to collect. There's lots to see. There are many things that I love about a game that are in Sunset Overdrive. Also, like the flow of combat and grinding was really cool as well. Dialogue was snappy and witty and silly, and we're all about that here. So a very easy S tier for Sunset Overdrive, which I think was the very first Wednesday game that I played this year. So that is like almost a year ago now. Next, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue. I think I played this as part of Menagerie May, the Animal Month, but it's not great. It's not as good as Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 1, I think. It does add more things to do, but I think that can sometimes be a bit overwhelming. I think I also struggled to know where I was going, although I might have confused that with Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 3, which I've just noticed isn't in the list, but I did play that this year. Oh no! I've played... Oh no, beg pardon, it's over here. Whoops. It's because I was looking for Ty's face, and it's not on there. Never mind. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2. It's good, but not great. I think it's a solid B, because I enjoy it, but I just can't put it on par with Ty 1. Yeah, but it's not. It's better than being mid. So, you know. See, I should probably explain. S, absolutely perfect. A, brilliant, but could be better. B is good, but not great. C is meh. D is trash. E is shit. F is fuck off. Okay? There we go. I've said it. Write that down. Next, Scully. I think I would put this as a B as well. It's better than being mid. Thank you. It was an interesting concept. I liked the puzzles. The cutscenes were cool, where they used kind of like still frame animatics rather than like full motion video. Is that the right word? I don't know. Static images rather than animation. Interesting kind of mythology they were trying to introduce. It was the elements as siblings in the creation of the world, and the Earth guy created this skull that is just sentient. But it didn't blow me away, I don't think. I think I enjoyed it enough, so I'm going to say that this is a B as well. Again, kind of like Tie 2, it's like, it's greater than mid, but not... Did I put Fear there as well? Yes, Fear is down here. Fear is down here. So, yeah, I mean, I'm keeping it here so you can just see the whole of this. This list will make its way down as I pick things from the end, so there are games further down that we'll see them later. If I've streamed it this year, there isn't Minecraft or Elder Scrolls, it should be in this list. If you know that I have streamed another game, please let me know if it's missing from this list, because I will be annoyed and I will have to add it, and I'd rather get that over and done with sooner. But I think I got everything, because I was adding to the list over the course of the year, which is probably the way to do it. Right, next is True Crime Streets of LA, which wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, and it was much shorter than I thought it was going to be. And there was much confusion. I had no idea what was going on with the plot. I get that there was a whole... If you fail this mission or succeed in this mission, it determines what the plot is going to be. I honestly... It's either a C or a D, personally speaking. I mean, of course it's personal. This is just what I think. If you guys think differently, this is a public tier list. I will put the link in the Discord. And you can rank it yourselves. You can rank all over the Discord. You can... Yeah, there you go. Rankers! I think D for True Crime, Streets of LA. Yeah, it wasn't even mid. I just had no idea what was going on. I found some of the gameplay quite frustrating. I did find a way... I had to look up a method to defeat an enemy. I remember doing. And it worked, but I feel like if a game is good, you shouldn't have to look up what the hell you need to do. I get that there's elements of, fuck around and find out. Exploration games, you have to explore. This wasn't such a game. This was a game where I thought I could just have a good time playing as a cop in LA. But no, I had to look up how to kick someone in the balls or something, So D. Which is good, it's not like terrible and it's not fuck off. So yeah. Play Up. It's not one that I've played a huge amount of. I do really enjoy it. I think it's just short of an S tier for me. I'm going to put this in A. Because it is great fun. It's huge fun with friends. Less fun playing solo. But the fact that you can play solo is a plus, honestly. I like how chaotic it can get. Like, the costumes are nice and silly. In fact, I should play this again because I got a costume pack as part of the Jingle Jam. Yogg's costume pack, so I think I can dress up as Honeydew and stuff like that. And I like food, so if I like food, then I like food games. I think Plate Up is a solid A. Right, here we go. Tomb Raider Underworld. Did I put Team Fortress 2? Team Fortress 2 is... When did I do Team Fortress 2? Am I blind now? Oh, shit. Oh, don't tell me it's not in there. Hang on. Yeah, the airship battle, the balloon race. That's what it was. Tier list 2023. It was kind of Left 4 Dead 2. When did we play it? I forget now. It was like one-off, wasn't it? Portal. I don't think I saved an image for it, which means it didn't get uploaded. Fuck! And annoyingly, I can't edit the tier list once they've been made. At least I don't think I can. Let me just see. Oh, add additional images to your tier list. Right, good. Team Fortress 2. Here we go. There. Got hair on my mouth. Save image. Tier list 2023. Bam. Then upload. There we go. Nailed it. That was a close one. You don't see it, you don't remember. It's alright, it's in there now. I've uploaded it. So we got Team Fortress in there. I did stream that. There you go. Thank you for pointing out one that I didn't play. Hello, JH. Robo is a charming fellow. JH is a charming man. This charming man. Tomb Raider Underworld. I remember the motorcycle and the kind of Aztec level. I remember not knowing what to do and then just doing a massive cartwheel, and that ended up triggering the thing that I needed to do. Honestly, the, shall we say, PS2 era of Tomb Raider games. I didn't play this on PS2, but like post PS1, pre-remake, I find them all kind of the same. Doesn't mean they're bad. I just can't remember each of them individually. They all kind of blurred into one. But then 3 of them are kind of the same story arc, aren't they? Like, oh no, me mother's gone through a portal. Oh, it's a magic sword, blah, blah, blah. Oh, but it did have the stuff with Thor, didn't it? The PS2 version is a bit other thing. Yeah, because you played the PS2 version, didn't you? I don't remember, you know, just because I can't remember much of it doesn't mean I think if I disliked it, I would remember more. So I think I did enjoy it. I think it played quite well. Like, when I say play well, I like it when a game has easy controls that are quite memorable and work really well in the world of the game. And I think these are very much games like that. So, I'm not going to put it as S tier, I'm not going to put it as A tier. This is another B for me. B for me. Tomb Raider Underworld, B. Or Trub. Tomb Raider Underworld B. Trub. Next, Rise, Son of Rome. You know, I think, you know, again, it was very short, quite basic. It's a hack and slash. Oh, time that right. You know. Boobies. I think you'll find they're pronounced.
Look, brothers!
Rise, Son of Rome. I enjoy it because it's Rome. Ancient Rome. The combat is quite basic. The plot is quite loose and also basic. Has some great visuals. And, you know, I do genuinely enjoy it, but I don't think there's enough in there to stop it from being a mid. Mid is neither love it nor hate it, but I think I like it. So, I think Rise, Son of Rome is going to be our first mid. Kind of C tier. Horizon Zero Dawn, S tier. Do I even need to explain why? Aloy, cracking protagonist, wonderful world building, amazing twists, really immersive exploration and lore of the world. I can't wait to come back and play that some more so that I can do the DLC that I skipped out on because my potato PC couldn't handle it. Or rather, streaming couldn't handle it. It was a very weird situation. Oh, well, I'm still inclined to say S tier, but these are games that I streamed, and if I'm worrying about how it streams, then it's not going to be an S tier. So does that knock Horizon Zero Dawn down to an A? It's not the game's fault, to be honest, and at the end of the day, it's how I feel about the game, so I felt like it's an S tier. So we're going to go with that. Portal, also an S tier. Again, do I even need to explain why? It's absolutely iconic. there we go. Portal, S tier. Sonic Adventure 2 is iconic, but for entirely different reasons. Sonic Adventure 1 is great. Oh shit. Sorry. My water got stuck to my coaster. I don't think the music is as good. I mean, City Escape is good. I think Dr. Eggman's theme is quite funky. I am the Eggman. I mean, City Escape, everybody loves that. Playing as Shadow was cool. The whole Shadow and Sonic thing was kind of cool. The plot, they tried doing all these different plot threads and getting them all to knit together. Which is a trope that you got from Sonic Adventure. I don't know, I think I do like Sonic Adventure more, but I think that... Oh, some of the levels can be quite frustrating as well, especially when you die and you have to redo the level again. I think it's going to be a B tier. I think quite a lot of them are going to be B, to be honest. Like, you get a few games that are utter dog shit, and you get a few games that are perfection. Most of the games, if you enjoyed them, but they're not that brilliant, you put them here. Burbo's an S tier. Thank you. If you want to rank small streamers, you are welcome to include me in the rankings. But these are for video games, so no people are being S tier today, only games. GTA 3, S tier. The GTA series have just been, like, their own form of brilliance every time they come out. And GTA 3 was, like, the stepping off point for a whole new era of open world driving action games. And I think that goes without saying as well. And, it only gets better from here. Well, I mean, GTA 5, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But for GTA 3, bam, it's an S tier. Gex, I did kind of enjoy. I found it very frustrating. And I accidentally skipped ahead far too much. Which is an oversight, honestly. I was looking for codes for the game for levels that I was doing. And I ended up getting a code that was for the end game. So, I think mid, honestly. Sorry, Gex, you're a mid. Is this Jazz? Whatever. Sonic Mania, S tier. Because, personally, I love the classic Sonic games. Sonic 1, Sonic 2. Sonic 3, incredible soundtrack. Sonic Mania, incredible soundtrack. And Sonic Mania combines a lot of the things that made Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles so great. Playing as multiple characters in the same game world. This is... What are you saying? Please stop talking. Nice, I can skip it using my keyboard. I haven't got to change tabs. Yeah, and like Sonic Mania soundtrack is one of the best Sonic soundtracks I've ever heard in my life. So we're going with that. Bee Simulator. S tier as well. I loved Bee Simulator. It's the most wholesome game I've played this year. I think. Yeah, it is. Bee Simulator. It's so lovely. It teaches you about bees. You get to fly around and eat sweets and cakes. You get to find pretty flowers. The flying was really smooth and fun. You get to sting at people who you don't like. And there's no consequences. Because, yeah, you can sting people as this bee, but you don't lose your life for doing it. And there's puns. Who doesn't love puns? Really calming, soothing music as well. Bee Simulator, S tier. KO the Kangaroo. A really fun platformer. I think there might have been an occasion where I got frustrated, but that was just because I didn't save the game, nor did I place a checkpoint. I really liked the checkpoint system in this. You can play through the level and risk not putting a checkpoint down, but if you die, you're going back to the start. But if you make it to the end in one go, you get to take that checkpoint to the next level where you might need it more. The boss fights were kind of weird. Really easy to deal with, but then one of them had like a very specific moveset that I think would have absolutely destroyed me had I played this when it was brand new. But thankfully I came to this game as an adult and with access to the power of the internet. But there were certain visuals in the game that I thought is that racist? And I think it kind of is. It was very much that kind of... It's the style at the time, because this was like 2001 or something. But I could be overthinking that. It felt weird to look at. So that kind of... I think that knocks it from being an S or an A tier. I think this is another solid B, because I did enjoy playing it. I thought it was cute the way KO kind of made the noise when climbing up something. And it was really colourful. Nice kind of fun range of levels. It was very casual, very easy. Yeah, there you go. The Falconeer, I think right away, I think that's going to be D as well. Very interesting concept. It looked kind of cool. There was just no colour to it. Everything was always stormy and grey. Maybe a little bit of blue in there. You can barely see the falcon that you're riding on. The missions were kind of cool. Again, like flying on the back of a falcon, a giant falcon, kind of harkens to, you know, Lord of the Rings. The eagles are coming, kind of thing. But it just wasn't very visually interesting. Some of the things were a bit repetitive. It was also unclear where I could go, what I could do, what I couldn't do. Again, it was something that I had to look up where to go and what to do, which it knocks a game down a peg, if you ask me. So Falconeer is a D, I'm afraid. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, Knight of the Quincan. I mean, like Ty 2, there's stuff to enjoy, but it's not as good as its predecessor. Knight of the Quincan felt very rushed. It felt like they hadn't fully finished it when they rolled it out. And also, Sly's eyes made me uncomfortable. His stare was really weird. The size of my clock! Phew. You know what the size of my clock means, Jimmy? It means it's what the time is. Something o'clock. Bobo o'clock. Good evening, Jimmy. How are you doing? Welcome to my big ol' rank. You know how I love a good rank in the evening. Tribute rank to the to the J3 boys. Yeah, so Ty 2 was a B. Knight of the Quincan is a mid. It's a mid. Again, they kind of tried to introduce an edgier tone, but it just looked a bit wacky. The size of my clock. Like a chicken, you will cluck. Thank you, Space. Ghost of a Tale is, I think, the first game here among the current rankings where I've only played a little bit of it. Like, this is something I played in Menagerie May. I have not yet come back to it because there are so many games on the Wednesday list. But I really like it. I'm not a fan of the sneaking, but it's a wonderful immersive world. It's very cute animals. Quite deep as well, quite dark. The rats in the game look menacing and threatening and kind of freaky, so points for points there. But you play as a cute little mouse, and you just want to find your wife. Oh, and there's some tragedy in there as well, so again, some really good world building. I'm inclined to make it an A, honestly. I can't really think of anything that I disliked about it. Like, the whole sneaking thing, I think I was able to adapt to that quite well, because if you get caught, you run away and hide, and then you're fine. You can go back to go back to it. It's not like Assassin's Creed, where even if you hide, people still fuck you over. Yeah, A tier for Ghost of a Tale. Interesting, the fact that I've not even finished it, and I'm making it an A tier. Spyro the Dragon is an S tier. S for Spyro. I've recently been playing the Reignited trilogy off stream. It's one of the best remakes I've ever seen. Or, well, it's a remaster, isn't it? Built from the ground up. It looks great. The music, it really harkens back to the classic game. And the classic game is an S tier. And I will not hear a word against it. It's one of the few games that I can 100%. Or in this case, 120%. In fact, I did do that. On stream, I 120%ed Spyro the Dragon. I'm surprised at how many S tiers there are. I think I'll go back and see how the 2021 and 2022 lists compare. Ark Survival Evolved. Again, I've only played that a couple of times. I've never really got into it, but I did like that I could make the game work for me. I could change it so that, it was basically creative mode. I could have it the way I want, and I could go straight to taming the dinosaurs and riding around on the dinosaurs. That was really good fun. So points there. Quite an immersive crafting system, maybe overwhelming at first. Don't you use that word in that chat. Space, can you time out Owen? He used a slur. I'm joking. Vex was last year, so that would have been on the 2022 list. I don't think I did Vex this year. And I think Vex went straight to the fucking shitter. As we saw from when I destroyed that. Oh my god, that's a clip that should be on the homepage of my channel. You were gonna do it? No, I'm joking. Hello, Owen. Hello, Owen. The pain remains. It does. That's the name of my band. My hardcore band. The pain remains. Vex is S tier for Robo Rage. Yeah, a reverso tier list. What are the games that made me angriest? Vex, fucking god tier, making me rage. Do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar. Ark Survival Evolved, I think... Honestly, I think A. I fucking love dinosaurs. And I love how many... Well, not even dinosaurs. Like, so many prehistoric animals. Plus, some fantasy animals are in there. And that's great. It's a beautiful world. Incredible character creation system. I mean, having a huge, gigantic head and a tiny little body. Fucking ridiculous. I love it. Oh, and the fact that you can grow beards and have long hair is really cool as well. A great big bushy beard. You know, Halo 2, S tier. Again, does it need explaining? Halo 2 is super, super good. It's literally building upon the world from the game before it. And it, you know, franchise building. There's a reason that Halo is so well known among so many gamers. Goated game. Exactly. Thank you, Space. Yeah. This was an interesting title. Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch. This was the 3D world, but side-scroller fighting game with a rabbit with a giant fist on his back that can punch things. Really interesting world. Anthropomorphic. Furry friendly, shall we say. But it's another game where I got super frustrated with some of the boss battles. Because the boss attacks were random. You couldn't predict what the boss was going to do. I mean, I suppose in a way you could, because you were able to see the attacks, but you didn't know what order those attacks were coming in, and I found that a little bit frustrating. But I don't remember hating it. I don't love it. I enjoyed it. So I think this is another B, honestly. I think it's slightly above mid for me. Just to reiterate, this is entirely opinion-based. This is all subjective. If you disagree, this is a public tier list, and I will post a link in the Discord later. By all means, rank these the way you would rank them. If there are some games you haven't played, that's fine. Just rank the ones that you have played. I'd be very interested to see what you guys make of these games that I've played. Or even, if you haven't played them, but you've seen me play them, give your rankings based on what you thought from seeing me, you know? It's a shame that I put True Crime so low, but it is nostalgia goggles for you. I did explain why I put it there, and I did come to it very late in the game. It's very late in the day. It's not a game that I had those nostalgia goggles for, so you're right. Maybe nostalgia would rank it higher. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what I said. I kind of, when I'm doing the tier list, it's like, oh, fire and forget. But it'll be in the VOD. And it was quite early on as well, so, yeah. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, I enjoy greatly. Again, I love the battles with the giant monsters, kind of reminiscent of Shadow of the Colossus. A lot of those monsters were kind of the same, though. I like the pawn system, I like character creation, and I'm a sucker for fantasy action role-playing games in an open world. So I'm going to put this as an A. The plot was very strange, but I think that's one of the few things that knocks it down from being an S tier, honestly. Yeah. That was good. That was good fun. Fire and forget, just like you hump and dump me. Listen, Jimmy. A man has needs. And a man has wants. And sometimes the needs and the wants are the only thing a man can feel. What a man wants, what a man needs. Agreed for Dragon's Dogma. Nice, nice. Dragon's Dogma 2 is on the horizon. Hopefully my PC will be able to run that. I've got... So far, nothing has been absolute shit, and nothing has been absolute rubbish. Everything has been tolerable at best. In fact, we've done quite well. So far, only 2 things have been kind of meh for me. No one thought it would ever happen. Indeed, indeed. I thought it was... I mean, when did that come out? Like, originally 2012? Something like that? Sonic CD. CD's nuts! McDab. I don't see it the same way as I see Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic 3D, Sonic Mania, Sonic Adventure. But it is an enjoyable Sonic game. And the fact that I was able to 100% it, I'm quite pleased with. Well, when I say that, I mean I got all the time stones. I think this is going to have to be another B for me. It did introduce us to Metal Sonic, which I think is a really awesome concept. A shame that we don't get to see more of Metal Sonic. It's got kind of funky music as well. Yeah. Bard's Tale, S tier. I mean, what more needs to be said other than... That song defines what this game is. Incredible. And interesting that the final battle is kind of, you know, you get different options and they completely change how the game ends. Gladiator Sword of Vengeance, I think that's a solid C. Kind of like Rise Son of Rome, it's very linear, very basic controls. I did kind of shoot myself in the foot a bit by not doing things properly, but once I did that, it became a very enjoyable game again. And I'm also a sucker for that period in history and mythology, so there we go. Observer, I think A. It's very immersive, very spooky, very creepy, but that's all deliberate. Those aren't criticisms. Those are that's praise. The only thing that stops it being an S tier for me is it felt kind of janky with the controls sometimes. I think that might be just due to the performance of my system rather than the game itself. I've played it before, and I'm sure that when I played it before, it ran better than it did now. But I said that about many games, so yeah, that could be unfair. But it's an A tier, which is good enough. Also, Rutger Hauer is in it. I mean, what a goat, a goated actor. Amnesia Rebirth. I'm a fan of the Amnesia franchise. I do think that I enjoy Dark Descent and Machine for Pigs more than I enjoyed this. But I still loved the deep dive into the lore that it went into. But then that might also reflect badly, because part of the fun is in the mystery of Dark Descent and Machine for Pigs. But there was something quite haunting about going to that other world and seeing it just, like, completely dead, except for some of the population being used as torture devices to fuel the life of their queen. I'm going to say B. Yeah. Arkham Asylum, S tier. Easy peasy. I think I said earlier that there's going to be very few S tiers, but honestly, there's been some fucking phenomenal games this year. Including The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which, again, I've not finished it yet, but I've played it before. It's an S tier. Easy. Fucking one of the most incredible fantasy games I've played ever. Now here we go. Much like Ghost of a Tale, I have not played all of the Resident Evil remake yet. But I've played enough of it to know that I think it's fun. I haven't, you know, we're barely out of the first room, you know. there's much more of the game that I've yet to discover. Got some interesting puzzles. Survival tactics kind of thing. I found it interesting that because I chose to play as what's his face, between the two characters, that's the tougher choice. Someone told me. I don't know whether that's true. But yeah, no, I expect good things from this, so I'm going to say a B. The only reason I can't give it an A on a S tier is because I've not played it all yet, so my opinion might change. But then I did that. I put that as an A. But as a game, like if these weren't in a really cheap bundle, I wouldn't have ended up getting them. So Chris, thank you. That's right, Chris Redfield. That's it. Thank you, Kinnear. So there we go. Resident Evil Remake is a B tier for me. Constantine, I've also not yet finished, although I don't think I've got much of it left. That was fun. I kind of feel about it the same way as I feel about Gladiator, honestly. I like the world it builds. I think the controls are okay. It's kind of easy once you get the hang of it, so C, bang in the middle. Is that somebody's dumpy? I got one of those. Constantine, aka where the heck is the door? Yeah. Phasmo, fun, more fun with friends. I don't think you can play it solo, which knocks it down from S tier, I think. I don't find it as spooky anymore. You can play it solo. Oh, okay, interesting. I don't know, maybe I'm distracted when I play it with friends. But it is kind of cool. Then again, I've only played it maybe once on stream. So maybe I need to play it a little bit more. But I think also a B. It's a solid, fun time for you and your friends. So I'm going to say it's a solid B. Left 4 Dead 2. See, I'm conflicted because it's a great game, but it was fucking awful to stream. And if you were there to see that, you'll know why. Susceptible to hackers and trolls when you're playing with friends online. So I think that that is unfair because the game should be enjoyable for everyone, but if it's susceptible to something really bad, it can't be an A tier for me. In fact, I might even have to mark it as... No, same as Phasmo. It's great with friends, but if I'm streaming it, someone is going to fuck around with that, which is a shame. I'm going to give Absolov an S tier as well. Hackers and Trolls a Z tier. Yeah. Kinney is playing it every Monday. Phasmo every Monday. Nice. Is that a hint to get me on board? Absolov, I've also not yet finished, but I love Norse mythology. I love how immersive this world is. I love how creepy it looks. It's got great sound design. Yeah. Easy time. Easy fun time. Super enjoyable, super good, happy, fun world time. Robo. Prime Games. Evil Dead. I barely played any of it, but I gave it a try. I found it very hard to get on with. Yeah, E for Evil. I think it does. It might just not agree with me, but again, this is entirely subjective. I think it is going to be an E tier, our first E tier of the night. But I thought it was okay, as it was okay enough to not be F for fuck off. If Vex was here, that would have been fuck off. I don't think any of the games remaining are fuck offs. Alice Madness Returns. Quite enjoyed that. Again, something else I've not yet finished, but I did play it this year, so it's going on the tier list. I think this is another B. Really wacky, crazy world, which it should be because it's Alice in Wonderland. I find it really interesting that you have an array of weapons, including playing cards that you can shoot at people, and you can cut the playing card soldiers in half, which is pretty gruesome. Really cool. Really interesting levels as well. Alien Isolation. I mean, it's. I haven't seen the film yet. Still, I really should, so that I can, when I come back to the game, I can appreciate it more. But it was kind of giving me Dead Space vibes. Getting pursued by the alien, I felt real threat there. Yeah, and just great level design, and I'm really interested to play more of that, so I'm going to put that as an A. A for Alien. Fear. I struggled to follow the plot, personally, but I like the AI of the enemies. That was really cool. If I'm aiming at someone and they see me aiming at them, they move out of the way, causing me to adapt. I really enjoyed that. Shooting was fun, levels were fun. I liked how it encouraged me to get a little bit tactical here and there. Which is interesting, because I don't usually go in for tactic games. But then, I mean tactical games like, you know, your Age of Empires or whatever. Those aren't for me. But when it's like real-time combat tactics, that's cool. They can also see a flashlight. Yes, I suspected that was the case. I think another A or B. I'm going to go B, genuinely. Sorry, A. A tier for Fear. Tony Hawk's Underground. This is entirely personal. It's an S tier. I loved how you could get off the board and run around on foot. Pro Skater 3 is great, but there were times where I was like, okay, slow down. I don't want to keep moving. I'd like to stop and breathe for a bit. This offers that opportunity. It did kind of give you a story, but the story got a bit janky in places. I think it's utterly iconic for me. It was certainly a game changer for the Tony Hawk series. And without this, we wouldn't have got Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which I haven't played yet. But Tony Hawk's Underground 2 is another S tier. I love Underground 2. There we go. And it's just cool, you know, making your own team in the end and getting your own skateboards, whatever. It's about the skating, man. It's not about the money. 3 games left. Look at that. We're wrapping this up in just under an hour. Enclave. Enclave or Enclave? I said Enclave. I enjoyed this a lot more than the first time I played it. It was interesting how the wizard and the druid were the goat of the games right up until the end where I was struggling, and then the fucking halfling comes and steals the crown, and the halfling I tried before was utter dog shit, got killed straight away, but right at the end where it counted, the halfling came through. So I enjoyed this a lot more than the first time round, but it's still not loads of buzzwords trying to force lore into you. It was ramming the lore down our throats, and it was really hard to keep up with, so that stops it from being A or S tier for me. Fallout 3 is S tier. I mean, again, we've barely tapped into it, but what an incredible world to play in. Character creation, really fun enemies and scenarios, choices matter kind of thing. Yeah, Fallout 3. If you want to know, if you don't know why Fallout 3 isn't an S tier, then tune in tomorrow for the Fallout 3 stream. And last but not least, Team Fortress 2. So, bit of a letdown that you can't get your own private game. I did try, but it wouldn't work for everybody. Or I couldn't get it to work, one of the two. And that did mean that people could join just because they see me streaming it. It was intended to be me and my friends. And some people, even people in the chat, just ignored that and just joined regardless. Which I was like, yeah, maybe you should have asked first. But it was enjoyable. Good fun. But... oh, yeah, the balloon race was great. Where did I put Left 4 Dead 2? I put it there. I think Team Fortress 2 is going to be an A tier, because at least I didn't have racists attacking the stream. So there we go. This is it. Look at that. No fuck-off tier games. 1 rubbish tier. Only 2 in the... bleh. 5 for mid, like solid, good but not bad. B for excellent games. A for incredible games. S for perfect games. There we go. And that wraps things up. There we go. Job done. And good, because I'm peckish. And I'm going to experiment with some chicken, brie, cranberry, and stuffing And I'm going to try and do brie stuffing bites using my air fryer. And brie rind chips. It's going to be an interesting meal. Anyway, this has been the tier list stream for 2023. That sounds lovely. I will post pictures in the Discord when it's all done. Yeah, cool. Save. I can save the image. There we go. So I'll upload that to the Discord. Hang on, my image 3. Does that mean I've got the other ones in there? Oh yeah, oh no, that's a food tier list. Where did I get that from? Oh yeah, there we go. There's 2021. And there's 2022. Okay. Oh, the layout has kind of changed. Yeah, okay. Vex. Ugh. Cool. Yeah, I'll upload that to the Discord, and I will post a link to this tier list as well, so you can all have a go. And I'll throw a reminder out there where the first 2 tier lists are as well. There we go. A very short stream today, but that's all I said it was going to be. It was a tier list stream, ranking the games that I've played, and we're done with that. So let's see who we can raid into. Ooh, the Unfitting Key is playing Lethal Company. We're going to raid into the Unfitting Key. Lethal Company is a really fun game to watch. Peggy is 18. Congratulations, Peggy. Happy birthday. Enjoy your 18th. Yeah, cool. Fallout 3 tomorrow, and then that's it. That'll be the last stream pre-Christmas. And then I won't be live again until... oh, well, the Friday after that, really. I do come back from visiting home on the Thursday, so I'll stream on the 29th, 30th, and 31st. And that'll be it for that week. Cool. See you guys for Fallout tomorrow. Let's raid out to the Unfitting Key. Thank you for the stream, Bobo. Thank you all for turning up. Oh, Gregory, we're just raiding out. You've missed the tier list, but you'll see it in Discord. Yeah, it was only going to be a very short stream, Gregory. I do put the schedule up. It was going to start at 6:30. I didn't know how long the stream was going to be, but as all I'm doing is ranking the games that I've played this year, there's not much to it, really. But yeah, again, I do encourage you guys to challenge the rankings I've given. By all means, do your own ranking. I'll post the link in the Discord later in the gaming channel, as well as a reminder for the ones that came before. Night, enjoy, good day. Hello, goodbye. Ah, hello, goodbye. What a band. Yeah, we're going to raid the Unfitting Key, playing Lethal Company. He is joined by Scotty G, YouTube. Looks like they're doing a two-way. Oh, Unfitting Key is at 569 followers. Nice. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. See you for Fallout 3 tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I don't think he likes that I'm pressing this button. And there's nothing there. Oh. I'm trying to die, man. He just... Take me.